They go, is that okay? I go, well, you don't have to get ordained first, okay? I'm just saying pray with them, you know. I'm not asking you to perform a wedding ceremony or do counseling or explain theology. Just pray with them. Now, other nursing supervisors go, but I don't do that. Okay, then don't do that. But can you give a hug? I'm not good at hugging. Can you give one anyway? Oh, no, that's just not me. Well, then don't do that, okay? Well, just be you, but you can get them something to drink, get them phone, chairs, something like that. All right, let's suppose back in this scenario, you've been called in. It was 15 minutes into the code before the nurse called you. You got called in. It took you 15 minutes to get there. Now you're at the nurse's station. Then some questions you may have now. What might you ask now to the nurse at the nurse's station? Condition? He could still be living. He might have passed.
Ask him, is there anything you'd like me to tell the family, because the nurse may not be able to break away at that
Might
time.
not be able to. If he's still living, they might know he has a pulse or no pulse, or we have some respirations, or they've intubated him for breathing, or what do you want me to tell me? I don't like to get caught in that medical pickle, okay? Now, nurses sick us into that because they're busy, and I'm kind of going, but wait, they're going to have more medical questions for me than that.
But maybe you say the doctor will be out with you in 15 minutes, or the nurse will be out as soon as she can break away against something.
But and they have worked with me so much in my hospital, they're like, here, just give them this diagnosis, and I go, whoa, you know, I may mess that up big time, you know, just because of my lack of information. Or then I want to play, you know, medical and then answer another question. Okay, so it's kind of iffy what we say, but we kind of take the feel of where we go from there. How about, is Mr. Jones still in 301? If Mr. Jones had been intubated and put on a breathing machine, he would probably be in ICU now. He might still be there in the room and soon to go there, but where is he now? Okay. Let's suppose this happened in the emergency room. Again, he may be put on a breathing machine there. They may have been doing life support, but as soon as they can get him stable, they might take him over to ICU. So it may be a different place where they called you, but I would show up to the place where they called me. I can also call the nurse back 5 minutes before I'm driving into the parking lot going to the 3rd floor. What's the situation now? What's going on? That we can kind of move things along as I get there. What is his condition? Has the family been updated? Because a lot of times the team is so busy they forget about the family. I'm not saying they don't care. They get busy taking care of the need. That is the code, okay? So they forget, or they think somebody else updated the family and they haven't been updated. So one of my first questions would be, has the family been updated? Did they get a medical understanding? They won't know all the answers, but what do we know now? If it was 15 minutes before they called me, 15 minutes as I drive in, 5 minutes of standing at the desk, it may have been a while before the family's gotten information. Now, they may have been there, or they may have driven there. I don't know. But all the nurse told me, they're there in the waiting room, okay? Now, there may be more family members that have gathered since then. They've been on their cell phones, and there may be 40 in a room that holds 10, okay? I don't know. There may be no family because they're in another state or something. So there's all kind of possibility of what you're going to walk into, so you're trying to get a little bit of an update on this. And then I ask, who would like to go with me down to the waiting room to give a medical update? The doctor may still be in the middle of that, the nurse is still being, or it may be there's time now to give an update. Who would like to go and give me that update? Because if I were to walk into the room and say, hi, I'm Chaplain Larry Pope, the nurse called me in to be with you. I understand that Mr. Jones is in the middle of a code blue, and may I pray with you? I don't know how to pray, okay? I don't really know how to do ministry. But the family is basically going, what happened? What happened? What happened? I'm not really ready. I just want to know, nobody has come talk to me in 45 minutes. What's going on? I'm okay with your prayer, buddy, but I want to know some medical facts here. So before I go in and do my little chaplain thing, I think the medical thing should come first, that they answer some of those questions. And then they go, "Whew, okay, let me process that, okay? All right, now I think I'm ready for prayer." Because they're just not ready. They just want some other information first, and then they may be ready for your ministry. Coming in to meet the family, just looking at that picture might be intimidating. Who am I going to meet? Who am I going to see? What's going to happen? Who's going to be angry? Who's going to be crying? Who's going to be running out of the room? You know, who needs that extra little tender loving care? Every situation's different. I don't think I could ever name one code blue that was like another code blue. It's kind of like you and the Holy Spirit. You're just kind of going, I don't know what I'm going to see, what I'm going to experience, but I kind of come in, prayed up and ready, and see what I'm going to be. Then, again, what do you do? We always want to do something. I want to go get information. Go get your chair, get your cell phone, get your cup of water. Now what do I do? If we can learn to be comfortable with sitting and just being. And I'm that doer kind of a person. It's hard for me. You know, I'm like, you want another cup of water? No, I've already had 3. Thank you. Well, I just want to do something, you know. I'm nervous. You know. So, and then they kind of want to excuse you, okay, well, you've done enough, now you're making us nervous, you know. But if you can just come in and sit and be and talk when it's appropriate. Part of that is, part of the introduction is quite important because they want to know who you are and why they called in. It's a scary thing when they haven't asked for a chaplain and a chaplain shows up. And they're thinking, oh no, they told you this was really bad. No. So I preclude that by saying, hi, I'm Chaplain Larry. The nurse called me in. Are you the Jones family? Yes, we are. They called me in just to be here with the family. Okay. You know, or I come in for every code. You know, a chaplain comes for every code. Okay. So they don't know, they already know this is bad. Okay. They're thinking, well, they wouldn't have called you if they knew it was going to be a successful code. You know? So they're all scared by that. Other patients, a lot of the more Catholic patients, they kind of think, well, then it's the last rites. And you're coming in to give me last rites because that's the only reason why we don't really call for a chaplain that much. So it's scary. So I like to kind of explain why I'm there and give some information behind that so it won't scare them. Yes?
Like, you know, myself, I approach the subject myself. Like if the patient's doing really bad,
yeah.
You know, and I'll just say, you know, would you like for me to call your pastor or your preacher?
Yeah.
And then they let me know if they do or don't have one.
Yeah.
And I'll say, you know, would you like for me to get you one?
Yeah.
You know, which they did, and like I called
Yeah.
Jeff one day.
Yeah.
You know, but I approached the subject.
Right.
You know, because all the family was there. And in conversation, I found out he did not have a pastor.
Yeah.
His brother had one, but he did not have one.
Right.
So I took the initiative and called Jeff.
That's good information there. There may be the patient's one denomination and the wife's another one and the children another one, and you're coming in to minister to all. Okay? So you're kind of wanting to, how can I help serve you?
Right.
You know? So you may get, you know, I'm Lutheran and she's Baptist and he's a Pentecostal. It's like, oh, okay, you know. But as a generic chaplain, come in, may I help you in this? Well, you'll be fine. Okay?
And there's going to be some that say, you know, we'll take care of it. That's
Yeah.
fine. But at least I've offered,
Yeah,
you know, to meet their needs.
So meeting the family needs. Family's immediate needs may be a chair or phone or coffee or water. If I'm sitting with families for a little while, I look at their lips to see if they're dry. Here's what's going to happen when they get dry and there's trauma and you say, would you like me to go get you some water? No, thank you. Why do they say that? They don't want to leave.
They don't want to be in trouble.
They don't want to be any trouble. What do you not experience when you're in crisis? Sensations and pain and thirst. You know, let's say they had been here through breakfast. They had left home You had left home at 5 in the morning, here it is